Welcome to the Sambodhi Learning and Development channel of Trikai Transformation. Here you will find lot of inputs on business management systems, business excellence practices, innovation, strategy, problem solving, healthcare, fitness, fine art and culture with lot more fun. We think one thing that causes unhappiness to life is protracted anxiety and depression. Recent sad incident of one of the brilliant Bollywood star, late Sushant Singh Rajput, has made us relook at what is going wrong with our life. It's not whether we win or lose the game, but it's how we play it. The only better way is to find another way. We are the one who can take care of our own peace. Applying risk-based thinking is the most scientific way to prevent 100% anxiety and depression. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. Thanks to all viewers and subscribers for your valuable comments and likes to previous videos. Your love and response inspires us to create more and more useful content for you. Just to recap, we have seen 11 risk management principles and 7 design aspects of risk management framework that can ensure success of any business. Going forward, today we are going to explain you how these 11 risk management principles and framework can be used by different sectors such as project management, financial sector, manufacturing industry, information technology, public sector and moreover in personal life as a scientific way to prevent 100% anxiety and depression in the people. We wish every individual, be it student, budding entrepreneur, businessman, struggling actor, employees and employer watch this full video. If you look at 11 risk management principles, those are value, transparent, continuous improvement, active, human factors, size of purpose, best practice, established, uncertainty, decision making and integration. Now just have a look at enterprise-wide perspective. The inputs are coming from organizational strategy and objectives, measures and targets. Then risk management policy, then risk management plans, and there comes 11 risk management principles around which the framework of risk management is designed. So at the top it comes mandate and commitment, then design of framework for managing risk, implementing a risk management framework, then monitoring and review of the framework and continual improvement of the framework, then assurance and attestation plan, then risk management processes, risk reporting, risk register and risk profile. In Dvedha Vittaka Sutta, Lord Buddha said, whatever one frequently thinks and ponders upon, that will become the inclination of his mind. That means the mind is everything, what you think you become. We have heard quotes like this all our life. Now science has caught up. We can finally quantify and track how beliefs can shape outcome, and that's what the actual risk-based thinking is. Now let us understand what is anxiety. It is your body's natural response to stress. It's a feeling of fear or apprehension about what's to come. The first day of school, going to a job interview or giving a speech may cause most people to feel fearful and nervous. But if your feelings of anxiety are extreme, last for longer than 6 months and are interfering with your life, you may have an anxiety disorder. Stress and anxiety are two sides of the same coin. Stress is the result of demands on your brain or body. It can be the caused by an event or activity that makes you nervous or worrisome? Anxiety is that same worry, fear, or unease. Anxiety can be a reaction to your stress, but it can also occur in people who have no obvious stressors. Now, let us understand what is depression is. Depression is feelings of sadness, loss, or anger that interfere with a person's everyday activities. It's also fairly common. People experience depression in different ways. It may interfere with your daily work, resulting in lost time and lower productivity. It can also influence relationship and some chronic health conditions. Sad and upsetting events happen to everyone, but if you are feeling down or hopeless on a regular basis, you could be dealing with depression. Now let us see how to prevent anxiety and depression by cultivating your mind with risk-based thinking approach. Sources said 322 million people worldwide live with depression. Losing a loved one, getting fired from a job, going through a divorce, and other difficult situations can lead a person to feel sad, lonely, and scared. These feelings are normal reaction to life's stresses. It's normal to feel anxious about moving to a new place, starting a new job, starting a new business, launching a new market, tapping new potential customer, or for a student to take an examination. This type of anxiety is unpleasant, but it may motivate you to work harder and to do a better job as well if you are well prepared. Ordinary anxiety is a feeling that comes and goes, but does not interfere with your everyday life. Looking at the business failure or a loss as a major reason for anxiety and depression, let us start with the application of risk-based thinking to any business. Let us first look at how can we prevent our business getting into crisis by implementing risk management framework. Assuming we have already following 11 risk management principles and designed framework based on 7 design aspects of risk management framework, while implementing, the organization should define the appropriate timing and strategy for implementing the framework. Ensure that you have already integrated and applied the risk management policy and process with the existing organizational processes. Comply with all legal and regulatory requirements and ensure that day-to-day decision making and the development and setting of objective is aligned with the outcomes of risk management processes. Always educate people about the requirements of the framework and also communicate and consult with its requirements to other business stakeholders like suppliers, customers, government authorities. Develop the risk management process, that is how you identify the risk associated with the business processes. How will you analyze those risks? How you evaluate those risks and what treatment you will give to mitigate high potential risks. Develop the risk management process, that is how will you identify the risk associated with the business processes, how you will analyze those risks, how you will evaluate those risks, and what treatment you will give to mitigate high potential risk. Remember, review and monitoring the risk impact periodically is extremely important. Now let us see how to monitor and review the risk management framework in order to ensure that risk management is effective and continues to support organizational performance. The organization should identify risk management key performance indicators that measures risk management performance, which must be periodically reviewed for appropriateness. periodically measures progress against and deviation from the risk management plan. Periodically review whether the risk management framework, policy and plan are still appropriate and relevant to organization existing situation and context. Based on results of monitoring and reviews, decisions should be made on how the risk management framework, policy and plan can be improved. These decisions should lead to improvements in the organization's management of risk and its management culture. The most important thing is continual improvement in risk management through the setting of organizational performance goals, measurement, review and the subsequent modification of processes, systems, resources, capability and skills. The risk management performance assessment should be an integral part of the overall organization's performance assessment and measurement system for departments and individuals. Enhanced risk management includes comprehensive, fully defined and fully accepted accountability for risks, controls and risk treatment tasks, designated individuals fully accept accountability, are appropriately skilled and have adequate resources to check controls, monitor risks, improve controls and communicate effectively about risk and their management to external and internal stakeholders. This can be indicated by all members of an organization being fully aware of the risks, controls and tasks for which they are accountable. Normally, this will be recorded in job or the position descriptions, databases or information systems. The organization should ensure that those who are accountable are equipped to fulfill that role by providing them with the authority, time, training, resources and skill sufficient to assume their accountabilities. Now, if you fail to cultivate risk-based thinking attitude in a people, sometimes that will bring anxiety and depression in a people. In the case of an anxiety disorder, the feeling of fear may be with you all the time. It is intense and sometimes unbearable. This type of anxiety may cause you to stop doing things you enjoy. In extreme cases, it may prevent you from entering an elevator, crossing the street or even leaving your home. If left untreated, the anxiety will keep getting worse. Anxiety disorder are the most common form of emotional disorder and can affect anyone at any age. Situations like pandemic havoc may worsen the situation due to unemployment, job security, no work for self-employed people and no running of schools and colleges. Some people seems to be more worried about their future. Now, if you look at the reasons for depression, the possible causes include a combination of biological, psychological and social sources of distress. Is it fully within our control? No, definitely not. We may not be able to change the circumstances, but definitely we can change our response. There are mainstay of treatment like yoga, meditation, talk therapy or a combination of these. Increasingly, research suggests that these treatments may normalize brain changes associated with anxiety and depression, but prevention is always a better cure. Now, let us see how cultivating our minds with risk-based thinking can 100% prevent these syndromes. Every person has some aims and objectives in his life. Now, while striving to achieve these objectives and goals, there would always be risk associated with the existing circumstances and the future opportunities. When we proactively identify the risk associated with our profession, aims and objectives, we can also identify the possible solutions to mitigate the risk. For example, if a student from a village aspires to crack AI EEE exam and become an engineer from the reputed engineering college. Then possibly what can be the risk associated with this? One can be a failure in exam due to lack of good study material and coaching. Possible option for him would be to evaluate the risk impact with severity and probability of occurrence. Here severity will always be high, but occurrence, whether he is having the right material with him or not, he has to evaluate, and based on that he can evaluate the risk impact with the multiplication of severity and probability of occurrence. If the risk impact rating is high, he should seek all possible control measures to prevent this failure. In this case, next step would be to identify opportunities to reduce this risk. In this case, he may make arrangement for internet and look for good online resources for useful study material. Like this, he can identify a number of risks associated and not only just rely on these actions identified, but should keep reviewing his risk management plan timely and identify the alternate solutions if any. This would change his attitude of looking at the problems, and he can never go in anxiety and depression due to failure or lack of resources, because he will be always mentally prepared for that. Now once again let us have a look at rationale for early warnings. The proactive approach reduces the degree of uncertainty, and this helps and open options for risk mitigation like risk elimination, risk reduction, transfer of risk, or finally bear the risk. Same is the case with self-employed and employed people. There are risks always associated with every profession like loss of job, office politics, reduction in salary, accident, no promotion for many years, severe competition in business, frequent transfer, etc. Do you think all of these risks would be within your control? Sometimes not. If you do not have risk-based thinking attitude in terms of alternate plans, contingency plan, and finally crisis management plan, that will bring anxiety and depression in you. If you have risk-based thinking attitude, there won't be any surprise and shocks for you, and this will ultimately prevent any anxiety and depression like situation. In next video, we will explain you what is risk management process, alternate plans, how to use contingency plan, and what is crisis management plan. The luckiest people and businesses are those that are prepared to take the greatest risk. We can all create our own luck by preparing for the necessary risk to open the door to change, progression and success. Please do subscribe our channel. Your single like will motivate us to keep producing useful content for you. We request you to post your comments and questions, and if you find this video useful, then please share among your groups. Stay safe, stay tuned. Hilary Mantel said, "It is the absence of fact that frightens people. The gap you open into which they pour their fears, fantasies, desires." Thank you.